back to Make Me a Fan. I'm the Jag.
I'm Pete.
And today we're about to do something that we did before, but hopefully we're going to do it just a little bit different and possibly a little bit better. What do you think, Pete?
Oh, you know that I got to put it all together, so
Yes.
I know I'm the booker of this business. So this is how we're booking it today. I decided we're going to watch WCW pay-per-views from 1989 to 2001.
So that was the range.
Well, that was the best range that had at least 6 pay-per-views per all of that. Again, guys, later on in the week you'll understand what this meant when we're talking about this in this episode, because we're in the late 90s for the first couple of them. Sorry I'm spoiling it, but I've got to lay the groundwork so people understand how we get to where we're going today. And let me just tell you, random.org, love you guys, because they got us into 1997, which is the second hottest year of WCW, coming off of the NWO in 1996. That shit was red hot!
Oh my goodness.
Red hot. And guess what? Between January and December, what month did we get? We got December. Yes!
December.
Starrcade 1997.
Wow!
That is up there. That is already up there with just such great shows in general. But then, to top it off, there's 8 matches to choose from. We got the first match.
All right.
It is the WCW Cruiserweight Championship.
We love the Cruiserweight.
Eddie Guerrero.
Nice.
Versus Dean Malenko.
Dean freaking Malenko? Son of a biscuit. Okay, people, listen up. The Encyclopedia is excited, and that makes me excited because here's the deal. If you didn't watch before, first of all, shame on you. But if you did and you understand what we're about to do is something we call Wrestling Roulette. Wrestling Roulette is where we go to random.org, which he just shouted out. Random.org, we love you. And you put in some random ass numbers. Now, when we did WWE, we did like 1987 to 2019. For WCW, I'm hearing this for the first time, people. The Encyclopedia went into the lab, his mad scientist's brain, and created something that is so...
Oh, I wanted to show, because we were talking about that, we were talking about classic wrestling.
Yeah, for sure.
And so, I was like, we have to do it. I love, this is like some of the best stuff, especially as you're coming in to this world that we now live in. This is the foundation in which we will draw upon. We will be able to give advice. We'll be able to book this way, because we want a match like this. This is the opening match of Starrcade 1997.
Hell yeah, dude.
We don't need to delay it anymore. There will probably be a link above him.
Yes.
Because WWE is kind enough to put this great match on YouTube.
Yes.
This should be on YouTube. If it isn't, there's going to be somewhere, but nonetheless.
So now it's time. Wrestling Roulette, Starrcade 97, Eddie freaking Guerrero versus the man of 1,000 holds.
Yes.
Dean freaking Malenko. I'm excited. Let's do this thing. All right. So we just finished Eddie Guerrero versus Dean freaking Malenko for the Cruiserweight Championship at WCW Starrcade 1997. And the first thing, well, not the first thing, one of the things I said was I loved how much prestige, how hard, I don't know if hard is the right word, how well they put over the importance of this title match for the Cruiserweight Championship, because in my opinion, Peter, the Cruiserweight Championship in WWE, or even the 205 Live, the Light Heavyweight Championship,
it's all trash.
Trash. But in WCW,
it meant something.
Fan-freaking-tastic. The crowd was into it. They gave a crap who won. If you had a 205 Live match, Cruiserweight Championship match, beginning of the next WWE pay-per-view, most people are going to the bathroom or trying to get the merch. You know what I mean?
Understood.
Is that fair?
100%.
All right. This was a fantastic freaking match. Of course, Eddie Guerrero's fantastic. Of course, Dean Malenko's freaking fantastic. I feel like Dean Malenko doesn't get his due.
Oh, no, 100%. And now he's currently at the Performance Center teaching the next generation and also still agenting.
In AEW, though, isn't he?
Yeah, now in AEW. But for years and years and years was at the Performance Center in WWE and backstage producer. And so he's been making all those good matches for the last 20 years. So as soon as he's done retired, now he's at AEW, obviously. But
that dude is prolific and gifted. He could do anything. He had so much intensity. The punch, everything was crisp. When I say crisp, I mean everything had a purpose, and it was sold to the fullest extent of the freaking move.
I believe it's like we were told in class. You got to, there's those people up there. There's 24,000 people in the MCI building. That person that's sitting in row double Z, guess what? He's got to see it too.
Oh, for sure. And speaking of the MCI building, speaking of the freaking crowd, holy mother of pearl, if WCW could sell some tickets back in the day.
This was the most hotly anticipated pay-per-view of the year. This match was 3.5 stars in The Observer.
Okay, cool.
Unfortunately, that was the best match of the night.
Really?
Oh, the card is trash.
Really?
Oh, 100%.
What was the rest of the card? Give me an example.
Goldberg versus Steve McMichael.
Mongo McMichael. Son of a biscuit, okay.
And the other thing is that you heard him the entire time hyping this is the biggest this show for WCW. It's for the WCW World Title.
And Nash isn't gonna be here tonight. He was supposed to face the Giant.
So you can understand. So like they're already trying to pre-sell that they know that this is gonna suck.
But didn't you say this was the #1 selling pay-per-view for WCW?
Of course, because people wanted to see Sting win the title from Hogan, and that's what happened.
Okay.
They just wanted to see it happen. They paid for that. They knew it was going to happen.
Yeah.
And it was a crap fest to get there because it is a slog of a show to watch.
Wow.
That was the highest end of that show.
Damn. Okay.
Extensively covered both by Conrad for 83 weeks and with Tony Schiavone. So there's two different shows that you can listen to, breaking it down from the production perspective and from the announcer perspective.
Very cool. All right.
So and both have said, this was a horrible show, but boy, did we make a whole bunch of money.
Oh, I believe it. Just looking at the crowd, you know the money. The cash register is a ringing up in that sucker.
And the sign's in there.
Oh, I know.
I missed the sign era.
The sign was serious business.
Signs were serious.
There was a sign that said Hogan is old as dirt, and I'm like, son of a biscuit. If you knew that punk ass Hogan in 2020 is still talking about wrestling, that guy would probably have
23 years later. 23 years from that sign, he's still doing it. Yeah.
Walker match, right? Who's gonna? I don't know. So that was pretty damn good, Encyclopedia.
Absolutely.
Wrestling Roulette has not failed us yet. It's always entertaining.
Yeah, and so we'll tease tomorrow's episode that escapes tomorrow at 9 a.m.
Yes.
It is going to be in 1997.
Again?
Again.
So you randomed it though. You really randomed it.
I really did random it.
Okay, it's random.
We got May this time.
All right. What is May?
Slammiversary.
Slammiversary.
Slamboree, sorry.
Slamboree. These names, dude. I mean, okay, look. I mentioned this to Encyclopedia when we're watching the pay-per-view. I personally never watched WCW pay-per-view because I was a WWE mark. I wasn't gonna let the bad guys win. I wasn't gonna give them my attention. Of course I would flip back and forth during the commercials. I didn't like how WCW tried to ruin Raw because it was taped. I didn't appreciate some of their tactics. And so I never gave them my money. But the names go like Starrcade is all the way back to freaking. I just watched the scaffolding match where Jim Cornette fell off the scaffold at Starrcade, right? Yeah. Like, come on, man. There's history, which pisses me off now that I think about it because they did that craptastic Starrcade just a few months ago in WWE. They're basically crapping on the name.
Of course they are.
There's so much history and so much rich goodness in the name Starrcade. We should treat it with some damn respect.
Absolutely, but we'll make it up for you. So on Slamboree, we're gonna watch the Steiners. And that's all I'm telling you for now.
All right.
So y'all have to tune in tomorrow at 9 a.m.
He really says it was random, people. Let's find out what happens. We'll see you tomorrow at 9.